my vice chair, the senior senator from Maine, our subcommittee leaders, the senators from Arkansas, New Mexico, North Dakota, Hawaii, and Mississippi, and all of our colleagues who worked hard to craft and strengthen these bills. I want to thank Senate leadership and, of course, all of our tireless staff who've met every challenge this process has thrown at us. Today, months of hard work paid off. We just passed a strong bipartisan spending package, the only bipartisan spending bills in Congress, by the way, and we did it with an 82-15 vote. So let's be crystal clear about what that means. Unlike the funding measures we've seen pushed through the House, these are serious and reasonable bipartisan bills that can actually be signed into law. They are the product of months of hard work, careful negotiation, thoughtful input from members on both sides of the aisle. They stick to the spending levels that House Republicans and President Biden negotiated and that we all passed into law this past spring. And despite the tough funding constraints, these bills move our country forward, not back, with important investments to keep our promise to our nation's veterans, to get Americans where they need to go safely, to increase our housing supply, address the homelessness crisis, support our farmers, our ranchers, keep Americans' families healthy and safe, and more. What we have done here, finding common ground to produce reasonable, bipartisan bills, is not just a template, it is the only way to get our jobs done in a divided government. There is a clear lesson from the last few months here in Congress, and it is that we must work together, not retreat to extreme partisan corners. So let's be clear to my colleagues, we have a lot more work to do. Our mission here isn't just to send a message or pass a bill through the Senate. We have got to work to get these bills signed into law. And I don't just mean these investments, but crucial funding in all of our bipartisan appropriation bills. While we may need another CR before our work is done, we absolutely have to remember long-term CRs are no way to govern, and they certainly are no way to lead. When we operate under long-term CRs, our agencies are stuck in neutral. They cannot plan for the future. They have to delay initiatives and investments. They are far less equipped to meet the pressing challenges we face. Governing by CR hurts families who need a government that works reliably, seriously stunts our economy and American innovation, and dangerously impedes our national security. I think we all know that our competitors across the world are not putting their budgets on autopilot. They are doing everything they can to get ahead, and they are hoping that we fall behind and into the chaos of partisan infighting. We cannot let that happen. We need to pass full-year funding with the investments we need to keep the U.S. strong and safe and competitive, and especially in a moment that truly calls for American leadership.
This is not good, friends. New data has just been released. Over 3 million more American households went hungry after food prices have spiked and crisis-era benefits have expired. But lawmakers are growing very concerned about proposed legislation that will actually cut benefits for even more Americans. So today, friends, I'll be sharing with you everything that you need to know. So please make sure that you watch until the end of this video. Also, to say thank you for being part of this community. Every Friday, I will be announcing several winners for the Walmart gift card giveaway. If you would like to enter these weekly giveaway, friends, all you have to do is click and like several of my videos, and then comment below the keyword of each video that you watch. The more videos that you comment on, dearest friends, the greater your chances of winning these giveaways. Now, friends, approximately 3.5 million more U.S. households were food insecure for at least part of 2022 than in 2021. The increase is the biggest uptick since the 2008 financial crisis. That's according to a new U.S. Department of Agriculture report. Food insecurity is when the ability to acquire adequate food is limited by a lack of money and other resources. Around 17 million U.S. households, or 12.8%, were food insecure in 2022. Additionally, 44.2 million people were in food insecure households in 2022. Almost 7 million households were considered very low food security households. Lauren Hall, the research analyst at the Center on Budget and Policy Priorities, told Insider, food insecurity was pretty stable during 2019 to 2021, which is surprising in some ways, because we would have expected maybe a larger increase because of how difficult we knew food hardship was during the crisis. That could have been due to crisis relief programs like the expanded child tax credit. Tom Vilsack, U.S. Secretary of Agriculture, said in a recent statement, the uptick in food insecurity also occurred at a time when significant safety net enhancements that helped people through the worst of the crisis began to end. This is including the expanded child tax credit, universally free school meals, and, in a number of states, higher SNAP benefits. The report found 381,000 households had children facing very low food insecurity in 2022. That is up from 274,000 households. That means children were hungry, skipped a meal, or did not eat for a whole day because there was not enough money for food in these households. Analysts said the 40% increase in food insecurity for households with children, from 4.6 million households to 6.4 million households, was also discouraging given the large fall in 2021. One measure officials have pointed to help bring food insecurity down in the United States is focusing on the Special Supplemental Nutrition Program for Women, Infants, and Children, also known as WIC, which is at risk of not being fully funded for the first time in 25 years. Another is making sure that people who need SNAP can receive the assistance. That includes loosening the work requirement needed for SNAP benefits. According to Yahoo News, there are some provisions that are being proposed that would make that requirement even more difficult for people to meet, or it would make it so that work reporting requirements applies to more people and would basically reduce access to the program. As Congress continues to try to avoid a government shutdown by the end of this month, it is hard for many Americans to not worry about the impact it could have on their federal benefits. Just last month, before lawmakers reached a deal, the White House warned a government shutdown would jeopardize federal food assistance for approximately 7 million mothers and young children who rely on WIC. If there were a government shutdown, the White House says women and children who count on WIC would soon start being turned away at grocery store counters. It could be especially impactful in states like California and Texas, where a combined 1.8 million WIC recipients reside. Previously, the National WIC Association urged Congress to reach a deal that avoids a shutdown and provides WIC with the funding that it needs to support any individual or family who qualifies. So there is no clear path ahead as lawmakers return with tensions high and options limited. The House of Representatives is expected to vote on a package of bills to fund parts of the government, but it's not clear that the House has the support needed as households demand steeper spending cuts. Well, my amazing and most awesome friends, that is the end of my daily stimulus update video for today. Dear friends, thank you so much for being part of this community. I will be announcing several winners for the Walmart gift card giveaway tomorrow. If you would like to enter the giveaway, friends, please click and like several of my videos and then comment below the keyword of each video that you watch. The more videos that you comment on, dearest friends, the greater your chances of winning these giveaways. Thank you, and have a wonderful and very blessed Thursday.